Been really pleased with the backyard this year. Really made the most of it. Had time to spend on it for the first time since we've been here, really. Tomatoes coming along well. We've had loads of lettuce from pots, coriander, basil. There's beans down there as well, if you can see them. But yeah, just overall, made it into a pleasant place to come and have a sit down in. Just looks really good. There's virtually no sun gets into here at all, so I'm quite pleased with what we've managed to achieve. It's been a really funny week actually. I've had to stay in the house all week because I went fishing last Friday and put sun cream on my head and my arms as I normally do, and then stupidly took my socks and boots off because it was so lovely and warm. And 4 hours later I realised I burnt my feet really badly, so I won't show you, but there's horrible blisters on the tops of my feet. And yeah, I've not been able to put socks and shoes on for about 4 days, so I've been having to stay at home, which has been really crap, in as much as I just can't do anything. So apart from being out in the backyard and watching quite a lot of cricket and horse racing, that's been it really. So it's mostly better now, although it still looks horrible. So I shall hopefully get back down to the allotment tomorrow for the first time in a week. Kirsten's been going down every day and watering, so it's I know it's going to be still okay, but there's a lot of weeding to do. I've got to edge and everything, so I'm going to spend a whole day down there tomorrow. But yeah, very frustrating week when you know how stupid you've been, and it's all your own fault. You know, exposing my feet to the sun for about 5 hours. It's just not a very clever thing to do. So yeah, it's just been me and the dog all week. Yeah. Morning. Friday morning. Got really hot weather forecast over the next few days. So it's warm today, but it's going to be really scorching hot the next few days. So apart from watering, I'm not going to be doing anything on the allotment over the next 4 days, 5 days. So today is the last day that I'm going to do a bit of work on it, a bit of weeding, taking up some old rocket and some spinach that's bolted, and going to get some seed in for succession sowing, for stuff that'll be ready sort of like late September. So yeah, I'm going to do 2 or 3 hours today, and then call it a day for a few days until this extreme weather's over. So as you can see, the allotment is looking pretty full. Really happy with it. basically 13 weeks on from an empty plot. When I say empty plot, there was a load of raspberry canes in and some gooseberries, but that's about it. This flower section's looking fantastic. Brings in all the pollinators and looks great. There's a run of beans now, starting to be ready, some of them. I'll probably take my first harvest of those today. We've had loads of broad beans. Stacks of kale, spinach, chard, potatoes. Still got so many potatoes. Gonna have to work out where storing those because they're basically ready. Onions have done fantastically well. Again, need to start pulling those and laying them out in the sun. That sweet corn, mini pop it's called. Hopefully that'll start producing some fruit soon. I'm going to get this rocket up. We're not really using rocket, Kirsten doesn't like it, so I'm going to get that up and put something better in there. Same with that there. And over there, that's where that spinach has bolted. We've had loads of it, but it has bolted fairly quickly, so I'm going to replace that, maybe put some more beetroot in, which the beetroot here are doing really well and really useful, both the leaf and the actual beetroots themselves. All good. Okay, so I've cleared that spinach which had bolted. A nice space there, so we'll get something in there fairly soon. And then on the other side, where there's those 2 rows of rocket, that is now nice and clear and all ready for planting up. So it's exposed the sweet corn to a bit more light as well, which is good. And those onions are coming on well. A bit later. I put those in later than the other ones, so they'll be ready a month or 2 later. Got some spring onions down there I'd forgotten about as well. So some of those are ready now, which is good. So yeah, I'll decide what I'm going to put in. But we got some good space because there's very little space anywhere else in here. Those broad beans are ready today as well. Got loads of those. All good. This apple tree next to the allotment, my plot, sorry, is amazing. It's got so many apples on. So we're going to do some basil lettuce leaved there. We're going to do some chard on that row there, and then in between the onions we're going to do some spinach, just to use them with the very, very young leaves. They'll be ready in sort of September time, but by that time a lot of the other stuff will have gone over. So yeah, right, so get those 3 rows in now. So I've got that one other space now where I took up that spinach that I bolted. So I think I'm going to find some beetroot. Yep. So I've got a few seeds in here left. We're going to put those in. It says the latest is July to sow it. And that should be ready in October, so that'll be perfect because all the other beetroot will be gone by then. So yeah, I'll pop that in. So quite a bit of space for it. Took up a couple of potato plants there as well, and I've got quite a few potatoes off there, so a bit bigger space, and then that'll go nicely with this beetroot, which is basically all ready to harvest. So just harvested some French beans and some broad beans, raspberries, potatoes. I'm going to get lettuce. Got some lettuce growing in this little gap down here. So that one will do for the weekend. Looking pretty good. So finally, I'm going to get some of that chard for Sunday lunch, and also going to get one of the Savoy cabbages. They're not totally ready yet, but just the leaves off, 3 or 4 of those big leaves will do nicely. And then maybe some spring onions as well, which are down there. I'm going to leave the main crop of onions for at least another week. I think this sun will help over the next few days, give them water now, and then they'll plump up a bit. It is scorching. It's not even 11 o'clock, but I've done about 2.5 hours already this morning. That's about it for this week. It's been a cracking week, really. On the allotment, very happy with it. It's all looking good. Harvested loads. I've cleared those 2 beds that I wanted to, and sown some seed ready for the autumn. Give it a good weeding, and yeah, it's really looking good. So that's it for this week. Subscribe if you haven't already, please, and give us a thumbs up, and hopefully see you next week. I'll leave you just with an overview of the allotment as it stands.